Cape Henlopen welcomes you to Legend Stadium, home of the Vikings. We'd like to thank you for coming out to see tonight's game featuring your Cape Henlopen Vikings against the Wilmington Friends School Quakers. This is a reminder that all contests are conducted under the guidelines of the Delaware Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Henlopen Conference. In order for the Henlopen Conference to continue to offer the high quality of interscholastic competition for our high school athletes, we must all work towards a common goal of good sportsmanship. In order to reach this goal, all persons attending this event can help by abiding by the following rules. Unauthorized persons are not allowed on the playing field. All cheers should stress the spirit of good sportsmanship. Items cannot be thrown. As a reminder, our facility and grounds are non-smoking areas. If you are in violation of these rules, you will be asked to leave. Thank you so much for your attention. We would now like to share some information to you about our special evening celebrating a former athlete here at Cape Henlopen High School, Scott Broie.
A Cape lacrosse player that graduated in 2008. He was a Vikings captain who was chosen first team All-Henlopen Conference, first team All-State, 2008 All-American, and 2008 Delaware Player of the Year. After graduation, he played for Delaware Tech, where he was one of the top 5 junior college players in the nation. After earning his associate's degree, Scott finished his college career at Wesley College, where he played for head coach Bill Garrow. Coach Garrow chose him to be captain as a junior. But Scott said, "Coach, please choose another player who deserves it. I'll lead the team by example." Scott was like that, ready to give kudos to others when he deserved to receive them. Scott was killed in a tragic pedestrian accident in September of 2016. His family friend Dan Cook and former head coach Mark D'Ambrosi created the Scott Broie Lead by Example Memorial Scholarship. Each year, the scholarship is presented to lacrosse players who best represent the qualities of Scott and wants to follow their dreams of playing collegiate lacrosse. To date, over $30,000 have been presented to juniors at the D1, D2, D3, and junior college level. Dan Cook said, "Scott was the kind of student you wanted in your classroom, the kind of teammate you want on your team, and the kind of young man you want to be a son. SB24 forever."
Time, we ask everyone to please stand, remove your hat, and direct your attention to the American flag for the playing of the national anthem.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Legend Stadium for today's Delaware Sports Media presentation of Cape Henlopen Vikings Boys Lacrosse. I'm your host, Bob Uffelman. I'm joined by the Delaware Sports Media broadcast team. Our cameraman is Ethan Jack. Our producer today is Michael Morgan. Our sideline cinematographer is Jeff Trench, and joining me on the call is our color analyst, Ed Leonhardt. It's Game 11 for the Vikings as they take on the undefeated Friends Quakers. The Vikings are 8-2, coming off a nice win Saturday against Avongrove. The Vikings won the second half of that game 9-0. Hopefully we can keep that momentum going today. The Quakers are a perfect 8-0. Their defense is giving up, on average, only 3 points per game. Ed, last year we had to go to overtime to win this game. What do you think about today?
Well, you nailed it, Bob. I mean, it's the goals. They've given up. They've not given up over 5 goals a game, which is shows where their strength is. Offensively, they got a couple games where they went into double digits. I see us winning the battle on defense and holding down the fort. I'm looking for us to get a bunch of shots off on goal, really work this goalie out, and then just work the numbers, Bob.
A good goalie.
A good goalie. He's going to get his saves, but if we work the numbers, we'll get if we get up to 10 goals on him, I think we did our job.
There you go. Players out in the center of the field getting instructions from the referees. Tonight, youth night and Scott Brosie night. We've got young players from the local rec and club teams here today. Ed, it doesn't seem like long ago it was our boys that were showing up in their jerseys to get into this game for free, does it? Cape's going to start off defending to our left. They'll be attacking to the right. Cape in white, Friends in blue.
We have a beautiful day for a game.
Man,
today,
what a gorgeous day.
We do.
What a gorgeous day. Mason's going to take the face-off. Evan and Brenner join him on the wings. And here we go. Ball's on the ground. Fight, fight, fight.
Oh, good box out by the Friends player.
He's laying on it.
Covered
Oh, going to call push.
Oh. Yeah, it could have been could have gone either way. Could have gone either way.
I was calling it a cover, but...
yeah, cover or push. Yep.
Friends got their offense out on the field. Ball's on the ground. Nice, Brenner. Friends recovers.
Good job, Brenner. Keep him out of the middle.
Mm-hmm. Good D.
He almost got by him. He kept him out of the middle. Good job.
Eric, nice.
Run him down the alley.
Nice, Evan.
Good switch.
Good switch. Ball's behind the cage.
Yeah, it looks like that.
Stay with the Mace. Good job, Mason. That ball goes out of bounds.
There's the call.
There it is. Mason Jack just took his man and drove him away from the ball, let it go out. Got the ball to Evan.
I think they're a little younger this year, so it would be good for us to play physical in this game.
Over to Luke. Luke across midfield. He's got Ryan in the corner. Here comes the offense. Grant takes over to Burke. Burke coming the other way. Feeds in the middle.
Wow. Ooh.
Oh, big save. Braddock with the shot.
That was a beautiful cut by Braddock.
That
was
was
a really
nice
good
feed.
look.
Yep. Ball into the middle.
They had a short stick D midi on Brenner, overplaying him so he wouldn't get the ball. Let's be physical now, boys. Come on now.
Hank on D. Flag down. They got Eric on the slash. Cape's going to go man down. After that game Saturday, we ought to be pretty comfortable.
White, 1-2, slash, 1 minute. White, 1-2, slash, 1 minute.
Yeah, on Saturday they did a nice job playing the man-down defense, and especially in the second half as well, where they really shut them out.
All right. Keeping the man down. Skip pass. Ball's on the ground.
Let's go after it, Luke.
There you go, Luke.
Nicely done.
All right. Friends maintains possession. Good job. Good job, Hutch. Skip pass. Oh, nice. Who was that?
Brooksy on the piece of the stick.
Brooksy. Nice. There we go.
Excellent.
Great play, Brooks. Gets us out of trouble.
You know, Friends knew exactly where Hutch had came from, and they passed it down low. Brooks was splitting the two guys and was fortunate to get on the stick.
Still man down.
Good lefty pass.
Good lefty pass. Trying to double team Burke. He's not having any of it. He picked up a flag.
Okay.
Going to be a slash coming the other way here shortly, I think.
Yeah.
Ryan settles it down. Let that clock run a little bit. Penalty's almost over. And the sides are even.
Well, you know, had a straight run in on a cut with Braddock. Wonder if we can move the goalie a little bit this time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'd like to see a litany of shots, not just straight ons, but
two-man game. Here comes Braddock. Feeds across. Ryan. Shot.
Nice.
Score!
Oh.
Ryan Morgan breaks the ice for the Vikings. 8:23 left in the first period.
Now it looks like they moved a double Evan up top. You know, certainly Braddock had the ball running downhill, left-handed pass. The quick release.
Release.
Ryan Morgan with the quick release. The goalie wasn't set up and ready for that.
No.
So that was excellent. Excellent.
Tonight's instant replay is sponsored by Monument Sotheby's International Realty Coastal Division. They've been sponsors of Cape Lacrosse for a few years now. They've got the best website in the business, Ed. You got to go. Just check out the photography and videos there. They've got great social media, Facebook and Instagram. We'll all be reminded just what a beautiful area it is that we call home. Mason back at the stripe. Sides are even. They waved off that other flag because of the score.
Yeah, what was interesting is Ryan went stick side too, but he hit him right in the hip area, you know, right below the hip. Didn't rotate to stick around to get that one. I feel like Ryan has the inside of the post ready for another one later.
I like it. Dogfight. Whistle blows.
Oh,
Going to give it to Blue again. That's all right. We'll take that. Keep fighting in there, Mason. Oh, there we go.
Ball's out.
Ball's down. Get it out of there. Trenchy comes up with it. Ball's down again. Hey, way to scoop it out of there, Mason. He's got Channing Smith across midfield. It looked like he had a pitching wedge on that one, Ed.
Yeah, when the front side of the stick doesn't work, there's always the back side, you know? Oh.
That was a pass. All right, we're going to set up the offense.
You know, that comes from a kid who goes out to rec and doesn't understand why his stick is different than everyone else's.
AJ. Over to Grant. Brenner. Here comes a shot. Hank takes it. Good save by the goalie. Cape on the ride. Hank stays on D. Brooksy out there at LSM.
Get in there.
Evan the other D midi. Ball back up top. Evan playing close D. Not letting them get that pass off easily.
He's going to come
Comes
right.
the other way. Feeds up top. Back up top. Ball's on the ground. It's going to stay. Blue ball.
Good defense.
That was good defense.
Oh. He was holding that.
Here comes some help. Nice save,
Good
Mason.
save, Mason.
Ball's on the ground. Who wants it? Cape comes up with it. I think that's Hank.
Hank coming downfield.
Oh, he gets tackled and flagged down.
Yeah, that was around the throat.
That was a clothesline right there. Hank keeps going. Cape with the ball. About to go man up. Unless we score.
Yeah, defense should be yelling open out there. I think we got some room for some cuts. So we're going to take our time and work on the short stick D middies. No long poles out of covering our middies today.
Interesting. Here comes Evan. Goalie with the ball. Cape's going to go man up.
100% understanding that.
Yeah. Did the ball just get away from him? Or was he just going to –
I think
he
we
wanted to go man up?
I think we wanted to go man up.
Okay.
I'll be quite honest with you. There was a couple of questions down there, and Evan, answered those questions with, hey, we wanted to go man up.
There you go.
So
We'll take it.
yeah. And, when you're talking about a goalie like this, you need those advantages.
Yes.
So I can, great strategy.
Shot. Brenner, just wide. Nice take.
Yeah, he had some good sauce on that one.
Braddock brings it in. Back behind the cage. Back to Braddock. Hank takes another one in the face. Here comes a shot. Good defense on that.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't get a lot on that one.
No.
That was
He
his,
took a shoulder in the middle there.
yeah, his positioning was a little rough. Okay, let's talk, boys. And you hear the boys talking about who has ball, who doesn't have ball.
Sides are even. .428 left to go. First period. Channing and Hank.
Oh, that third slide.
Oh, Mason.
Yeah, we needed someone to drop down on that open man there. We had the first slide happen, second slide, and then we didn't rotate over to him.
Channing brings it across midfield. Kicks it down to Grant. Grant's going to take it behind the cage. He's going to keep going.
And testing the waters there, Bob.
Yep. Here comes Braddock. Brenner with the ball. Braddock sets pick. Braddock coming right.
Yeah, Braddock had a step on him.
Ryan going left. Brenner running through a few checks. Evan goes right. Feeds up top. Here comes the shot. Just wide.
Just missed the corner up there.
Just missed the corner. Good take, Grant. Braddock. Evan. Shot deflected.
That was good to test him with a bouncer. And, the boys need to not get frustrated. Keep shooting.
You'll get your takes.
Yeah, keep shooting. Keep moving them. Keep shooting. Keep doing what you're doing.
Here comes Burke. Good save.
Yeah, he smothered it. Yep.
Cape on the ride. Oh, they put the ball down.
Yep. They called a hold.
Yeah, that had to be a hold on them. He grabbed
the stick.
he grabbed the stick and rolled backwards.
Yeah, I felt like that was the case.
Yep. But a good job on the ride. Here comes Evan. Pass in the middle. Oh, couldn't get a hold of it. Ball coming the other way. Six on six. Sides are even. 1:52 left to go. First period. 1-0 the count. Forgot something there.
I got a hole in the net.
Yeah, Friends picks it back up.
Oh, hopefully find that hole again.
There it is. Oh. There it is. Mason runs it down. Oh, getting pooched around in there.
Let's play the ball.
Blue comes up with it. Let's get back on D, everybody. There you go, Mace. He got it that time. And he's got Ryan. And Ryan's got a step. Nope. Flips it back. Burke takes it behind the cage. Sends it up top. Evan thinks about it. Pulls it back. AJ setting stuff up top. 45 seconds left to go. First period. AJ coming right. Feeds. Shot. Score. Ryan Morgan. Inside
the post.
You called that one, Ed. Makes it 2-0 Cape. 37.5 seconds left to go first period.
Now, what we have here is where, it's tough to see. Basically Ryan that came around from the crease side, did a little curl cut up top, received the ball, turned and shot.
That was nice.
It was nice.
That was nice. Channing at the face-off stripe.
Yeah, goalie was looking to a stick side.
Hank and Hutch on the wings.
Yeah, you got the clamp
Blue
on
comes
that
up
one.
with it.
Nice
Oh,
check.
nice. Oh, where's that going? Trenchy runs it down. Goes out of bounds. Blue ball.
That was a great check by Jake.
That was.
It was almost like Mason had stepped on the other player's stick and slipped. I not often do you see Mason lose his footing like that.
There we go. He knocks that one out of bounds. It's going to stay blue ball. 3 white jerseys there. There's a pass that nobody was expecting.
Yep, including Wilmington Friends player.
And that is the end of the first period. Cape 2, Friends 0. That first period was brought to you by the La Vida Hospitality Group. Ed, get a hold of yourself here. I've got big news. Big news. The Taco Rijo truck will be here at Legend Stadium Friday night for our senior night celebration.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if they have danger dogs on the truck, but if anyone from Taco Rijo is listening to this, we need 6 danger dogs for the press box. Check out LaVitaHospitality.com for menus and events at the Big Chill Surf Club on the beach just south of the Indian River Inlet, the Crooked Hammock in Lewis, and the Big Sill Surf Cantina, Route 1, Dewey Beach. First period was also brought to you by Quality Care Homes of Delaware. Kitchens are the heart of any home and the most valuable part of your big investment. Quality Care Homes specializes in giving your kitchen the biggest bang for your buck. Whether it's creating an open concept, applying eco-conscious materials and appliances, or adding smart technology, Quality Care Homes is your one stop for the kitchen you've dreamed of. Make your home picture perfect. Quality Care Homes of Delaware.
Well, Bob, they're proven to be an undefeated team so far.
Yeah, I can see, with a tough defense.
Yes, yeah. They're showing some good quickness. They're moving well. If we get a couple of bull dodges maybe with 2 hands on the stick, maybe that'll open up some things for us. They're doing a good job for sure. They're doing a stick check, but I don't see any flags on the ground.
I don't see any flags.
Yep. They've been doing a nice job clearing the ball as well. So we definitely have our hands full, and I think the boys are recognizing that, and they're going to come out a little bit more intense here in this second quarter.
Today, we also celebrate the memory of Scott Broie, a former Cape lacrosse star who was lost in an accident a few years back. We remember Scott and all the good things he stood for every year. And we use this game to help raise money for the Lead by Example Memorial Scholarship in his name. There's a raffle and a 50-50 tonight. You can send donations via the Boosters Club if you would like. That scholarship is awarded to a graduating Cape lacrosse player every year at the team banquet. According to Dan, they've distributed near $30,000.
Wow, that's impressive.
That is impressive.
And this class here has a lot of seniors who are Lead by Example guys.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
I mean,
exactly right.
This is a really competitive situation, for that scholarship, because these guys are built like that.
Good leadership from our seniors this year, no doubt.
Yeah, not the rah-rah guys, but the Lead by Example guys.
Right. Mason at the stripe. Hutch and Evan on the wings. Blue comes up with it for now.
Check.
Mason puts it on the ground. Brenner there to grab the ground ball. Nice job, Mace. Burke kicks it back. Grant behind the cage. He's over to Ryan. Up top, nobody's got Braddock. Shot, score!
That's in there.
Braddock Smith makes it 3-0 Cape.
That was terrific. Bragg cutting down the middle again. Their defense is not quite set up. He's there before their short stick D-midi is. He goes low this time since the high didn't work out. And beat him to a corner.
Could have been a flag there.
Yes, I was going to comment on that. I was a little surprised there wasn't a flag on that one.
Pick that up on our Monument Sotheby's instant replay. Should have been a flag.
But the Friends player got up a little slow after that. And he's their primary clear guy.
That ball gets kicked back. Friends has it. Hutch on the chase. Cape on the ride. Way to turn him, Ryan. Ball over to the goalie. Ball's on the ground.
That's
Ryan
it.
Morgan with it. He takes a shot. Oh, man. He's going to wish he got that one again.
Yeah, he's going to work hard to get it back again.
Long clearing pass. That's not a clearing pass. That's a shot. Mason was out of the cage. There you go, Mace. Good job. You got Luke in the middle there. Good. Hutch on the other side. He's across midfield. Ryan with the ball.
If Trenchy had 30 pounds, he'd be a punt returner. And a real good one, Bob.
And a good one. Pound for pound, the strongest guy on the team.
That makes sense.
Passed into the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Goldie comes up with it.
He picked up on that one.
Yeah, he saw that one coming. That one gets away from him, though. Cape ball. Eric bringing it in.
That was truly a good thought on his part. He has to be disappointed that they didn't connect on that.
Carter. Gets it in the box. Over to A.J.
Yeah, the line of A.J., Carter, and Tanner been a little quiet last couple games. I'm looking for hopefully to give us a spark again.
Carter slides back up. Behind the cage to Burke. Pass into the middle. Gets away from him. Still stays Cape ball. AJ.
Ooh,
Shot to score.
Yes.
He never saw that one coming.
That's the other thing. When you're talking about a litany of shots, you want to get one where the goalie is shielded, okay?
And he was right then.
He was shielded by his defender crossing in front of him. That's when the defender's positioning themselves. They always want to position themselves sideways and move out of the way of the goalie quickly. There's the defender standing right in front of him.
Yep.
That's a beautiful thing.
Goalie had something to say about that.
Yeah, he was working on him.
That's a Monument Sotheby's instant replay. Mason, Evan, and Hutch. Ref doesn't like something that happened there. White ball.
Yeah, they really teach that defensive positioning when you go to some of these higher level coaching systems and clinics and other things about how you position yourself between the ball, the cage, and your man that you're covering.
So that doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Brenner goes left, brings it back up top. Grant, back to Brenner. He turns the corner. He takes a shot, just wide.
Just a hair outside.
Ryan there to run it down. 9:22 left to go, first half. 4-0 to count. Grant comes down to set a pick. Ryan into traffic, gets double teamed. Burke down low. Evan gets out of some traffic.
Little power cradle there by Evan.
That was nice. Shot. He's going to find that, right? Sometimes you got to shoot to get hot, shoot to stay hot. He's going to find that.
I'm looking for many shots, Bob.
Yeah. Keep shooting.
Keep shooting.
Chapter 6. Keep shooting. Oh, there's a nice pass.
Beautiful cutter.
And right into Grant Conway. Finds the back of the net. The assist from Evan.
Yeah, no shielding on this one. This one's caught his defender daydreaming, back cut him.
Yeah.
Caught it, shot lower left corner. So, this is part of this litany of means and ways of scoring here.
8:43. Channing and Hutch on the wings. Mason back at the stripe.
Yeah, could be in a hold on the on the Friends guy.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yep.
Keep fighting. Friends comes up with it, but Channing puts the ball on the ground. Hutch comes up with it. Great job dogfighting for that face-off win. Burke. He comes right. Oh, he's by himself. Shot and a score. Burke just turns on the Jets, turns the corner, gets a couple steps on him.
Yeah, the defender, just wasn't keeping up with Burke. Burke has got low. He's staying low. He's staying lower than the defender. Turns the corner. Open shot. Tough on the goalie to make a save in that situation with Burke.
Timeout on the field. Friends wants to talk this over some, try and kill the momentum. This timeout being brought to you by Jack Lingo Realtors. There is not a bigger name in local real estate than Jack Lingo Realtors. Jack Lingo agents list many of the most desirable and exclusive properties on the market. Whether you're buying or selling, you can find what you're looking for at jacklingo.com. And if you're a real estate investor or looking for that first investment opportunity, be sure to discuss your portfolio with the experts at Jack Lingo Asset Managing. jacklingo.com. Timeout also brought to you by the Eric Blondin Insurance Agency. Eric Blondin Insurance is your local State Farm connection. Check out Eric's website, surfsidecoverage.com, for your auto, homeowners, renters, business, and life and health insurance needs. Besides insurance, Eric also offers financial services like banking, mutual funds, and annuities. You can get quotes, file claims, or get assistance 24/7 at surfsidecoverage.com. Like a good neighbor, Eric Blondin Insurance is there. Ed, we were talking about tonight being Scott Brosie night. I happened to come across a picture of Scott. His senior year was the All-State Boys Lacrosse pictures in the News Journal. His was the first one, Player of the Year.
Great.
I looked at it. I said, Travis Weishock. This picture looks just like Travis. If you go down to, we've got the senior banners on the fence here. I'm telling you, it looks just like Travis. Crazy.
Wow.
High and tight hair.
Got that military cut.
Got the military cut. I didn't realize Scott was such a heck of a good lacrosse player. I mean, when you're Player of the Year,
You're doing something.
You're doing something.
Yeah, you are. You are. You know, it's that's a special award.
CJ, Hank D'Ambrosi.
Hank D'Ambrosi.
You're
right,
playing at that
CJ.
level.
Yeah, I mean that's the.
You're a player.
You are.
Okay, coming in off the timeout, 8:19 left to go, first half. Mason taking the face off. Fighting for it some more. Come on, Chan. There we go. Channing comes up with it. Great job. Skip pass. Burke.
Nice.
China score. Woo!
That was a nice shot. And then once again, it was a bit of a shield there, Bob.
Yeah.
You know, the defender's coming out. The goalie can't really tune into where the stick is. Great job getting the ground ball and winning this ball. Moves it over.
That was a heck of a shot.
One nice thing was Channing faked over to Jake and drew the defense to Jake, which opened up Burke. And, you know, Burke's the bigger threat. No offense, Jake.
Yeah.
And
we all know that.
And we do love to say pole goal.
We love to call a pole goal. And Hutch has one on the year, but yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna pick Burke in that fight.
Yep.
Eric and Evan on the wings.
Nice. Way to use your feet.
Comes up with it. Kicks it out of there. Great job. He takes a shot. Goalie saves it. Mason turns him around. Ball's across midfield. Eric picks him up. Nice check.
Yeah, good job slipping the pick. You know, it's important to keep your long poles on the ball. You want to slip picks.
All right, Friends with the ball behind the cage.
So they're going to try and work on the shorty here at X. Should be ready to slide early if needed.
Ball's up top, Hutch on D. There you go, Hutch. Stay with him. Good D. Back behind the cage. Got the two shorties back there, Hank and Evan. .6:30 left to go, first half. Ball down. Evan comes up with it.
Yeah, running into a double team between Jake and Evan.
Yeah, not a good call.
No.
Oh, back up top. Mason. Over to Hank.
Burke with it here.
Carter settles things down. We're going to give Evan a breather here. AJ. Tanner with the ball. Here comes Burke. Spins right. Draws a slide. Doesn't care. Feet up top. AJ pulls it out of there. He's got a shorty. He's going to dodge on him. Comes left. Spins right. Man down. Shot! A little high. The right choice.
Good look. Good look.
5 minutes even. First half. 7-0 to count. Burke tries to put a little English on that one and sneak it in there.
Oh, they're giving it to him.
Oh, they're giving it the blue.
Yeah, the dive at his feet.
Okay.
Hey, you know, you got to box out there. You know, find a guy and box him out.
Goalie with the ball. Good hustle, Ryan. Oh, and a nice check.
Right on the stick.
Oh, Trenchy. Is he going to take it across midfield? No.
Yeah.
Good discretion on that one, Mason. Ball's up top. Evan with the ball. Here comes Brenner.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Evan and Brenner use some of their size on these defensive short stick middies. Whether it's a bull dodge or it's setting up inside, set a hip on them, you know, free the hands, get a shot off.
Pass it to the middle. Shot a score. Grant Conway finds himself open right in front of the crease yet again.
Beautiful cut. Yeah,
And a nice pass.
Cloak of invisibility.
Cloak of invisibility.
Yeah, he
There
got
it
behind
comes.
him. He was wide open.
Yeah.
No one
And
saw
a nice
him coming.
shot.
Yep.
Nice shot.
Yeah, what we're doing right now is we're moving the goalie. He's focused on the ball, and you know the pass is there, and he's trying to reset when the shot's already coming at him.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is exactly what we were hoping for, was get these shots off, move the goalie, shielded shots, a litany of scoring here.
8-0. 3:53 left to go first half.
Oh, nice check.
Yeah.
See, as soon as the ball is in the stick, he's getting that check, even when it's a good win for Friends.
Ball's down. Friends comes up with it. Back on the ground. Hutch running it down.
Good recovery there, Hutch.
Pass in the middle. It misses. Out of bounds. White ball.
Yeah, they had two cutters there, so that was a good look. Pretty fortunate on that one, Bob.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, a little spacing's a little bit off. Okay.
AJ. Down to Ryan. Channing up top. He's got Carter.
There we go. We got Tanner back
Here
in,
comes
too.
Tanner. Yeah. Just under 3 minutes to go. First half. 8-0. Tanner. He's coming left. Feeds in the middle. Shine a score! Grant. Or no, that's Ryan. Ryan Morgan.
Yeah, I liked how I wanted to see this line do some of this. I wanted to see Tanner get in the game here and get a score off. Been a little quiet lately. He's got a shorty on him. Just dumps it down. Defender wasn't ready.
Everyone's doing a great job getting that ball out of their stick, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. When the slide came, Tanner did a beautiful job. You know, there's two parts to that. Ryan getting into a passing lane, you know, and the guys are doing a great job getting into the passing lane and getting into an open spot on the field, which helps when the slides come.
Channing wins that face-off.
He's going downhill.
Yeah, he is. He takes a shot. A little wide. That's right. That was a good take.
That was a great win. Yep.
He was backed up. Here comes Grant. AJ. Make sure they get the touch. AJ, Carter, and Tanner back out there, the mini line. Carter fakes a pass, takes a shot, high. White ball.
Yeah, you know, almost on that one, Bob, he already had a step. Don't worry about the fake. You know, you got more net to shoot on from up top.
AJ heading right. Feeds it down. Tanner. Over to Carter. Carter goes right. Runs through some bodies.
Yeah, a little bit
Gets
of traffic
knocked down.
there.
Flag down. We maintain possession. Carter settles it over to AJ. 9-0 the count. About a minute 30 left to go first half.
I'm going to break them down again here.
Shot. Wide.
Nice. Yeah, they're really, he's influencing them going left.
Yeah.
He's, going heavy left, which he can shoot with his left.
Yeah, he can.
Don't get me wrong there. He really knows how.
Five, there's no way he makes that much.
30-second.
30-second pushing the back. I take it. Oh, blue hold. Yep. Blue
30
hold.
seconds.
Blue hold.
Penalty on that. Penalty on blue. 30-second hold. All right, here we go. Cape, man up. Hank over to Brenner. Feed back. Skip pass gets intercepted.
And good hands shown there.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Keep the stick in the passing lane. Right?
Yeah, it was a backhanded catch too. Yeah.
Sides are even. Cape attack doing a good job. Falls down. Where is it? Hank comes up with it. Feeds it over to Channing. He settles it down. 35 seconds. He's got space. Shot and a score. Burke Healy.
Nice bouncer.
Nice bouncer.
Yeah, that was awesome, and we struck 10. So it's just Burke operating
Burke
for
being
Max. Yeah, the goalie just, Burke has a little bit too much weight for a defender there covering him. And he got his hip out in front of him, and that's all he really needed.
Goalie thought he was going to go to the inside.
Yep.
Usually does on
Usually
that,
does.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
Mix it up a little bit on him. 10-0 the count. 29 seconds left to go, first half.
Noticed a little frustration with the goalie. Yeah. He's feeling it right now. And, the Cape offense is really kind of exposing the guys in front of him a bit.
Mason wins that one.
Wow. Great win.
Here. They're going to let him. Oh, I thought he was going to take that. Running out of time. Go for the pole goal. Here comes Evan.
Boom.
Shot and a score.
Inside the post.
Inside the post. Not on the post. Inside the post.
Key words. But you heard the ting.
You
heard
he
a
hit
very
the ting.
distinct ting. Yes. That was a beautiful shot.
That was.
And he cranks it.
Like you said, get Evan running downhill.
Hard to handle.
That's a lot of man running down the field there.
Yep.
Instant replays brought to you by Monument Sotheby's. Channing back out on the stripe.
Nice win.
Nice win, Channing.
Got the clamp too. That was great.
Ryan, 9 seconds. Here comes Grant. Running low on time. He turns left. Takes a shot.
Ooh.
Deflected. And that's the end of the first half. After one, Cape 11, Friends 0.
Grant with a little Canadian lefty there.
Exactly. The halftime show being brought to you by Raymond E. Williams Plumbing. Established in 2009, Raymond E. Williams Plumbing is a trusted plumbing company built on integrity. They serve Delaware and the Eastern Shore of Maryland. Having completed countless residential and commercial projects for over 15 years now, they've got the experience to get the job done right the first time. Raymond E. Williams Plumbing prides itself on its honest customer service and strives to differentiate themselves by offering fast, affordable services. You can find them rewinc.com. That's rewinc.com. Halftime also brought to you by the Trident Training Club. Trident Training is gearing up for its summer athlete program. Besides strength training at the gym, Trident is adding speed and agility training that will take place here at the high school. If you've got a young athlete in your family who's looking to take that next step, follow Trident on Instagram at Trident Lewis or find them online at tridentlewis.com. Sign up for the email list so you can get the information you need to help your athlete become stronger, quicker, and ready for the next school year. We will be back for the second half in just a couple of minutes. We are back for the second half. 11-0, the score. Kind of surprised by that, Ed.
Yeah, I set that bar at 10 as a minimum.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, it was nice to get some breakthroughs on the goalie. He is really good.
He is good. Friends comes up with the face-off win.
You never want to underestimate a team. They can make some adjustments, and we want to be ready for it.
Oh, nice.
Good defense.
Hutch comes over to help out. Ball's up top. It goes high.
That was a push.
That was a push
from behind.
Yep. No. They're going to give him that? Oh, my goodness. Is that legal?
Nah, you can't push a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was offsides, then you call the offsides penalty, you know?
Right.
I don't really understand it entirely, but, I'm not officiating, Bob.
Yeah, when it's 11-0, maybe you get that call.
Yeah. But, we it's not an easy job.
Oh, there you
nice
go.
job.
Nice, Hutch. Let the bodies in there.
Yeah, they might got to push.
Push, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now that I can see.
That one definitely was a push, for sure.
Friends with the ball.
Yeah, he realizes that, after 3 or 4 times trying to dodge on Evans, not really happening. So they moved the ball.
Back behind the cage.
All right, we got to drop some people down here to help out.
Ball over on the wing. Pass in the middle. Oh! Was that a deflection, or did that go in?
I believe the high fives that are going around is that he got a deflection.
I think it was a pass into the middle that got deflected. But it's 11-1.
Yeah, we got the walk-off. Yeah. That was a fortunate score for them.
Yep.
But it worked out. He did have a step on his cut, but he was going to have a difficult angle if he actually caught it. So it was that may have been the only way they could have scored, Bob, on that one.
That's not one you practice, Ed.
Yeah, maybe as a baseball player and he bunted it in.
That's what it looked like. Ball's on the ground. French comes up with it. Mason chasing it down. Good job, Channing. And there's Hutch. With the big check. Ball goes out of bounds. Cape ball.
Bit of a yard sale.
Hutch wasn't putting up with any more. Long pass to Luke. He gets it on the bounce. He's across midfield. Up top of Channing. He's got Ryan. Hate to see that shutout get broken, though.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Especially in an odd play like that. Tanner with the ball. Tanner, Carter, AJ out at the midi line. Burke behind the cage. Shot goes wide. Ryan Morgan runs it out. Carter up top. He goes right. Oh, that one goes a little high. Ryan gets enough of it, though, to knock it down.
They called it out.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, they called it out there.
All right. Ball's out of bounds. Friends ball.
That was
Ball's across midfield. Levels a long shot. Trenchy to Eric. Ball's up in the air. AJ still has it. Stay with it. Stay with it. There you go. Good job, Eric. Oh, good check. It's knocked out of bounds. Friends ball.
That was a little bit of melee in there.
That was a little mayhem.
Can't summarize that one, Bob. There's a lot going on there.
All right. Friends with the ball.
A nice cut there.
Nice cut. Good speed. Feed into the middle. Trenchy. Another big save. Mason's having a day. Ball's across midfield. AJ. Feeds it over. Here comes a shot. Wide.
Yeah, AJ never fully committed to Burke. His head was looking straight at the net and made a pass over to the side. What a nice pass. Luke working the crease came up with a big hip down there.
Evan out. Brenner with the ball. Here comes Braddock. Evan. Kicks it down. Ryan coming the other way. Brenner goes left. Spins right. Draws a double. Somebody's open.
Yeah, that was good fundamental defense there. As soon as he went to
D.
roll back, he got the double team.
Here comes Ryan. Ooh, I thought Ryan had a step on him. Here comes a shot. Just misses.
Not sure if Ryan was going for Evan or for Brenner. They're going to talk about it. You know.
Here comes Burke. He comes left, right, left.
Now he's got him.
Yeah. The cage is moving. That long pass is on the ground. Braddock there to get it.
Nice job, Evan.
Good hustle, boys.
Good lift check.
Skip pass. It misses. Ryan there to pick it up.
What a catch.
Grant thought about it for a second. Thought wiser. Evan down to Braddock. Back up top. Taking his time. 5:42, third period. Oh,
ooh,
and
nice
Grant
shot.
With the worm burner. Low to low.
That was. You know, you got Brenner and Evan up top working the two-man game. Show hard to the right, goes inside, and boom.
Boom.
Evan just drops it down. Yeah, you had a couple options there. You could let Evan go on all the way to the crease. He goes to the welcome mat sometimes. But beautiful shot by Grant.
Grant?
I believe that is 2.
2? Nah.
3?
I think that's the hat trick. Yeah. I think that's the hat trick. We're calling it the hat trick. Bryson had to take the face off.
Yeah, the good thing is that we spread the scoring around.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
We're already in the third period. We got 12 goals, and the scoring has been spread around quite a bit.
Ball's on the ground. Blue comes up with it. Good defense. Good job, Hutch, switching off.
Nice
Puts the ball
check.
on the ground.
Nice check.
Goes out of bounds. Hutch gets another one. He's got Channing. Cross midfield.
Channing's going downhill. Watch behind you. We got a cutter.
Tanner up top. Settles it down. Flag down. I don't know what the flag's down for.
Yeah, I think they were offsides. They got 7 on defense now.
That would do it.
Yep.
Be cool to score against 7. Here comes a shot. Gets deflected. AJ fighting for it. Blue comes up with it. And a stoppage in play.
Yeah, when you got 7 on the field, you can do that picket fence defense. Problem is it hurts, you know. So I think that shot went off one of the defenders, but you got tough kids over at Wilmington. They're doing I gotta tip my hat to the face-off guy too. He's shown real hard out there.
Oh, he's
with
been
some
fighting
long
hard.
poles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's really shown his performed really well here.
Yep.
And of course the clear guy has been pretty good for him as well. So they've got some talent here.
Yes.
Hank. Over to Brenner. Down to Grant. Oh, that was Burke.
Yeah, Burke was going low to high in that inside corner. That was quite a shot. You know, he was going from 6 inches off the ground all the way to the top of that cage.
Up top. Feed in. Braddock with the ball.
Third.
Sides are even. Hank. Feeds it back. Ryan. Oh, that went a little high. Out of bounds. Friends ball. About 3:30 left to go in the third period. 12-1 the score. Pass across the middle. That wasn't happening. Luke fighting for it. Friends comes up with it.
Okay, let's break down.
Ball's on the ground. Eric. He's across midfield.
Ooh.
Whoa, picked off.
That's just a bit too much air underneath that one.
Yeah.
You know?
Should have kept running it.
Yeah, I was waiting for Eric to plant a foot.
Yep. Cross midfield. You lose it, you get it back.
You get it back. That was just, yeah. I think I saw a grimace on his face.
He wasn't happy about that one.
Yeah, he was ready to bear down on him a little bit.
$2:15 left to go, third period. Evan, Channing, and Brooks playing D midi. Here comes a shot. Trenchy makes it look easy.
Yeah, that's tough to get one in on Trenchy, 22 out.
Hutch, cross midfield. Ryan into the middle. Channing thinks about it. Back to him. He takes a shot and a score! Nice. Channing Smith at 1:52 left to go in the third period. Makes it 13-1 Cape.
Yeah, Channing's kind of dying of exposure here. You know, you got, Hutch is a threat. You know,
yeah.
I mean, they drop down on Hutch, and he steps into one. Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Yeah, I think he did a little Tiger Woods afterwards.
A Monument Sotheby's International Realty instant replay. We're going to put Mason back on the stripe. Hank and Eric on the wings with him.
Is it 12 for a run?
And here we go. Kicks it back. Ball's on the ground. Eric goes over the top, puts the ball on the ground.
Nicely done.
And that ball goes out of bounds.
Nicely done.
Eric's going to bring it in. Nice.
Yeah, when you're playing an LSM position, you can go after that a little bit up top. Be disruptive like that.
Brenner brings it across midfield.
Not always advised when you're playing close.
No. Grant up top to Ryan. Braddock.
Ooh.
Nobody's covering Braddock. Brenner charging hard. Feeds it off. Back up top. Here comes a shot. That looks like it hit the post. Here comes another shot. A little wide.
Just a little outside.
Cape ball.
Yeah, we're really moving the defenders around. I think they're trying to give their defenders a break. They got some substitutes in there, and Cape is really moving them.
Here comes Burke. He spins right. Just misses.
Yeah, we're really keeping that shot total up, aren't we, Bob?
That's what you asked for, Ed,
I
right?
asked for shots. I really did. There's no shot clock, and we wanted shots anyway.
Here comes Grant. He winds up and takes a shot and a score. Grant Conway.
Nothing on the hands there.
Nothing on his hands.
Nothing on his hands there playing defense. I think they're definitely getting gassed here. Grant just goes hard right, and he's already too far behind. Maybe he was looking for a chip from the short stick D-mid to give him a little bit of help, but they're just looking a little gassed right now.
Cape moving the ball well.
Yep, they are.
And that is the end of the third period. Third period,
yeah.
Are we on running clock? Is that what happened there? Yes, it is. We go over 12. The clock starts running. Running clock. That third period was brought to you by Benchmark Physical Therapy. Quality of care outcomes are 29% higher at Benchmark than the national average. That's because Benchmark's mission is to provide you with remarkable therapy experiences. Besides sports injury management, Benchmark also offers care for pre- and post-op joint replacement, pelvic health, vestibular health, including concussion protocol, even TMJ. And along with manual therapy, Benchmark also offers services such as dry needling and blood flow restriction. And they offer all of those services within 48 hours of your call. You can find them, benchmarkpt.com. Also being brought to you by Coastal Towing. Our producer, Matt Morgan, had need of Coastal Towing recently.
How about that?
The starter went out at the grocery store in the Suburban. Had to give them a call. They came out. When we were up in the Bronx last weekend, the starter was giving a little trouble. He called Coastal and said,
preemptively,
it won't start. You might need to come all the way up here and get it. And they were ready to do it.
Wow.
That's Coastal Towing for you.
That is
They're
something.
there when you need them. Give them a call, 302-645-6300, and make sure your family has that number available in case of an emergency. Yeah, they were going to drive all the way up to the city to pick up the car.
That's something. That is something. Well, Matt Morgan has a fleet.
There's a replacement in there. Of course, Michael doesn't have a car now, but everybody else is good.
Our producer, Michael, doesn't have a car. And he doesn't have a microphone, Bob. We can keep going with this. You know what I mean? We could have a lot of fun right now.
Fourth period. 14-1 the count.
I could just mute you all if we just shut this down right now.
Ed, Thursday, we're at Archmere.
Big game.
4 o'clock game there as well.
Big game, yeah.
Archmere has one loss on the season. It's the Sallies.
It's always important to show well up there.
It is. It is.
And travel well. The defense is having a good day today. When you play those travel games, your defense really needs to be there. Defense wins on the road.
Bryson comes up with the win. Channing with the ball. Here comes Tanner.
Yeah, like inverting here and putting Tanner at X. Or goal line extended.
Here comes Tanner. Feeds into the middle. Bouncer misses. Ryan there to pick it up.
He's got a step on him.
He takes it behind the cage. Looking. He's got Carter. Carter. Goes behind the cage. Good thinking.
Good cuts back there. It's just everybody was going to the open spot, you know.
Carter fighting hard. Ball's on the ground. Blue comes up with it. Goalie with the ball. Looking. He's got nobody. Here comes Burke. Cross midfield. They get the touch. Tie on defense. Good D tie.
You got Tanner and Carter playing a little bit of SSDM there.
Yeah. Pass in the middle, gets knocked down. Hutch.
Nice check. Timing on that check was beautiful.
That was. Oh, all by himself. And a flag down. That's a score for Friends. Unsettled play. Had a guy open right in front of the cage.
Yeah, you know, Trenchy was like second guessing himself. Do I go to intercept the pass or do I play the cage? You know, it was he kind of double clutched a little bit. You know, if he had the eagle's eye view, I could see him going after that pass.
Yep.
You know, but
Full time.
All right, what do we got here?
Hey, Shannon, go. Shannon, no.
Who got?
Legal body.
Oh,
It's 2 minutes. Yeah. So whenever.
Are they giving him 2 minutes? Carter Nemzik, I think, is getting called.
Mm-hmm.
I heard somebody over there say 2 minutes, but I can't verify that. Cape man down. 8:33 left to go. Friends with an extra man on the field. Get him off.
Okay, come on, boys, watch your spacing.
Patrick Little in the goal.
Yeah, we got to tighten up a little bit, Bob. That was a little bit of a sluggish set there.
Fake pass. Ty doesn't fall for it.
Recover inside. Keep moving, boys. Got a rotation going on.
Good job, Channing. Get him out of there. Skip pass. Way to the other side. Misses. Goes out of bounds. Brooksy's going to bring it in.
Yeah, they went to the open man on that one. The Brooksy followed the guy to the middle since Channing was outside the middle. They made the right call, just didn't execute the pass.
Here comes Channing. He's across midfield. Ball's down. Out of bounds. Going to be blue ball.
2 hands on the stick there would have...
Yeah. Oh, but that pass misses. Going to come right back the other way. 7:10 with a running clock. Patrick. Channing. Kicks it over to Hutch. Misses. Goes out of bounds. Nobody wants the ball, Ed.
Yeah, it seems to be one of those cases where, you know, maybe we need a new ball.
Yeah. Must be it.
Something wrong with that ball. Looks a little darker than the other ones, too.
There we go. That pass misses. Goes out of bounds.
Shocker. Turnover, Bob.
Tyler's going to bring it in.
It's one of those slick ones that you dig out of the woods
Yeah,
outside
greaser.
the house, a greaser. Yeah.
Hank, charge it hard. Sides are even. I guess it wasn't a 2-minute.
Yeah.
Here comes Grant. He gets it out of there. Over to Ryan. Flag down. Couple flags down. Are they offsides again?
I believe they are.
Yeah, offsides again. Seven men. They're tired, Ed.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it's on the substitution that it's happening or if it's the attackman that's
Right.
getting offsides. It's usually you have one of the coaches working the box over on the sidelines to help some of the players out.
Braddock coming right. Braddock doesn't look tired.
He changes directions a few times, doesn't he? He's like the rabbit in the backyard. I mean, just here, there, here again.
Evan takes a shot.
Nice bouncer.
Deflected by the goalie. Fight for the ground ball. Ryan Morgan comes up with it. See how he switched hands on the stick right there? That was slick. Left arm was pinned back by the defenseman, so I'll just switch hands.
Surprised he didn't shoot right-handed there in this game. He had a couple opportunities, Bob.
4:45.
Sorry, he did shoot right-handed at one time. Yep.
We'll be back here Friday night. Oh, nice. Look at that. Little dump off. Oh, no.
They got him in the crease.
Oh, they said he was in the crease.
Okay, well, we'll go to man-up route on this one.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a nice dump down by Evan.
Yeah.
4 blue, all sides, technical foul, 30 seconds.
30-second penalty.
For blue,
White, technical foul, 30 seconds.
Offsides on blue, 30-second penalty.
Number 4.
But like I was saying, Ed, Friday night, we're back here for senior night, 7 o'clock. We'll be having a special event before start time. We'll recognize the 9 seniors on this team. Taking on Smyrna.
Physical Ball Club.
Physical Ball Club. Oh. And don't forget our special treat, Taco Rijo truck here.
Yes.
Smyrna lost over the weekend, Ed. They played St. Oh, nice.
Great shot.
Great pass from Ryan into AJ.
Yeah.
All by himself.
He got the goalie to commit, and the goalie committed low. So, he's that open in the middle. And he was open there, too. So he's been open, and he got the goalie to commit low, and he just dumped it in high. Great execution.
But I was saying that this weekend, St. Andrews 14, Smyrna 8.
Oh, no.
You got to watch out for St. Andrews.
St. Andrews
They're
has
for real. They got a couple big-time players there.
Yeah, you're right. They're a good team. And they have a history of being a good program. Yeah, there's some good coaching up there, too. I think a PLL player or something or other.
The coach there, where did he coached in college, and then he coached Episcopal Academy up in Philly for a number of years.
Oh, this is the Cabrini guy. Yeah,
it may be.
Yeah, he did. He because Episcopal last year, he was coaching there when I had seen the Hill School playing against him.
There you go. Timeout on the field. I think Cape called that timeout. I think they want to get some kids in the game. Mm-hmm. This timeout brought to you by One Call Services. One Call can handle it all. Whether it's new home construction, remodeling, additions, decks, sunrooms, porches, even handyman services, One Call will show up when they say they will. Thinking about a kitchen or bathroom model? Nothing builds value in your home faster than that. Take a look at One Call's website for inspiration. You can find them, onecallservices.biz. That's onecallservices.biz. We're also brought to you by First State Orthopedics. First State Ortho has offices from Newark to Millsboro. Locally, their Southern Division headquarters is right across the street from the high school. They also have the First State Imaging Center there for your convenience. And speaking of convenience, You'll soon be able to schedule your appointments online. First Aid Orthopedics offers care for the entire body, but they're best known in our circles for sports medicine. Give them a call, 302-644-3312, or find them online. 2:24 left to go in the game.
And Marshall up top. Yep.
Yep, Marshall in the game.
AJ and Carter.
Down to Pop. Oh, that one misses. Foot race. Marshall. It's going to be an over and back.
Over and back, yeah.
Yep.
There's been quite a few high passes today.
Carter, Marshall, and AJ are D-middies. Tate's saying, hey, fellas, one of you might want to come up here. Let's switch off.
Yeah, Tate had a good ground ball on that face-off earlier.
Pass behind the cage. Tie back there. Marshall on D. Oh, no. Check that. AJ. There you go. Stay with him. Stay with him. Good job. Ty comes over, gives him help.
Get in the hands there. Oh.
Brooksy right there. Minute 10 left to go in the game. We'll be here, or we won't be here. We'll be at Archmere Thursday, 4 o'clock. Nice, Brooks. Ball's on the ground. 15-2 the count. There you go. There you go. Good D. Staying on his hands. Cello out there playing a little defense. Moving pick against Cello. Brooksy picks it up. Could there be? Could there be? Oh, he kicks it away. Here comes Pop. Nice shot. Skate saving a beauty.
Yes. Brooks working on his stat book, you know. He's like, hey, a quick ground ball and assist. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, give them what, you know, taking what they're giving, I guess. So, but no, it sounds like, you know, this one's just about over.
That is the end of the game.
And there we have it.
15-2 Cape, your final score. We'll be back Thursday, 4 o'clock from Archmere. We'll do it again.
Looking forward to it.
We'll see you then.